Aquarius, welcome to your January 2025 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aquarius. This is a general love reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. Hi, Cross Watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in an Aquarius. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Aquarius and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you may feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So guys, can you believe it's already almost 2025? I mean, I feel this year flew by. Some of you guys are like, good riddance, I'm ready for 2025, but for this reading, I do want to just see what you need to be prepared for as far as the beginning of 2025, January, as we open up the new year. If, I'm going to use the energy that's in or around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment to give this reading. And this could mean, whether you're single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection or in separation with this energy. I just want to see who's really thinking about you, who's really thinking about wanting something with you in January 2025. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life. If there is a certain someone, start thinking about them now, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Aquarius. So the first thing I saw was like a little shrub, let's just say, or like a little plant. Looks like it's a baby plant, and it just like got out of the soil. And what I heard was that it's growing. So I wonder if there's feelings growing, if there's something growing, but like tension between you and someone else. I wonder if this is like your newest connection or someone new coming into your life. But something's growing here. And then I saw bamboo, so it may even be growing strong. Now with the plant energy, you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, or you could have strong earth in your chart. That was one thing I kind of saw. And then I heard screenshots. I'm like, huh. And I wasn't getting very specific with that, but maybe you guys send each other screenshots, or that you like, kind of have that playful banter where like, oh, I didn't say that, and then screenshots like shown. I don't know, maybe you guys kind of joke around with screenshots there. I don't know why that came up, but maybe it means something to you guys about who I'm talking about. So again, this is not everyone's messages, or just beginning confirmations. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you guys about January 2025 for the sign of Aquarius. So Spirit, tell me what's going on in Aquarius's love life. That will be happening in January 2025. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh, we got Euphoria. Okay, Aquarius, someone feels like they are on cloud 9 with you. Someone feels as if they daydream about you. I'm feeling very strong Pisces energy here. So you could have strong Pisces in your chart, or you could be dealing with the Pisces. Does not have to be the case. But it says chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. So I do feel like you guys bring this euphoric energy into each other's lives. Like make each other feel really high. I mean, I don't know. It's not everyone's message, obviously, but that could mean something to someone. I feel like you guys have a concert or a festival to go to in January, or maybe some of you guys met at like a concert or a festival. But I do feel like this is someone that gets like really, you know, in that vibrance of fantasies, daydreams, wondering what it's going to be like the next time they see you, wondering what you're going to be wearing. Like, they catch themselves daydreaming about you a lot, Aquarius. And I feel like some of their daydreams are kind of manifestations of what they want to happen between the two of you. So tell me more about this energy for Aquarius. Someone I feel like could even be like in the music industry or play a musical instrument as a hobby, could be a DJ. We have love, romantic. Aquarius, it says intimate, passionate, and committed. So someone is definitely falling in love with you or is in love with you without a doubt. The letter L is sticking out to me, as in Luke, as in Larissa. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Someone could even have 2 L's in their name. But man, yeah, I think they're on cloud 9 because they feel like they are in love with someone who is special, who is, you know, a thrill to be around. You guys have a lot of passion for each other. I'm seeing a makeout session in a car. Not sure if that's confirmation for someone or not. But yeah, I definitely feel as if they really feel like they have found someone that is fun to be around, is sexy, is, you know, deeply open, you know, as far as love goes. I think they're starting to have a lot of ideas of what you guys can have in 2025. All right, tell me more. I feel like both of you are night owls. If this is not your message, bear with me for a second. But both of you are like night owls, and you guys have like seen the sun rise together, or like stayed up all night talking or making love, or I don't know. Like when you guys see each other, you guys can't keep your hands off each other. You are very like touchy-feely with one another. Tell me more. Oh, wow. So someone has cried swimming pools of tears over you. I am in awe of you and your love. You get someone emotional, Aquarius. You get someone very much in their feelings, good and bad. I gotta say, I'm almost feeling like 7 of Cups energy. So either Pisces or like Scorpio energy can mean something to you guys, whether you have that strongly in your chart or you're dealing with one of those signs. But man, yeah, they have experienced highs and lows here with you, and they feel like emotionally overwhelmed by you and what they've been able to kind of develop with you. They already feel a very, very strong bond emotionally with you, Aquarius, so I want you to be aware of that. I do wonder if they kind of feel like, is this just all for fun on Aquarius's side, or do they want the same things? But yeah, I think they've never met anyone quite like you, Aquarius, in the way that you are just open with your love. You are open with, you know, just having fun, just, you know, bringing people up is kind of what I feel. You uplift them a lot. And then I was right under this, I will always love you no matter what. Wow. Yeah, so this person by far definitely has the most profound feelings, depth of feelings, that I've seen for, you know, this series so far. You are my 3rd reading, but man, Aquarius, they're in deep over you. I think they definitely are going to express that more, show that more. Maybe even they're going to tell you, like, I like you a lot, or even I love you is going to be the first thing you kind of hear in January for as long as this has been going on. Wow, okay. Let's pull some tarot cards to get deeper here. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask how they feel about you right now. What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Aquarius? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold? And what are they afraid of? Interesting. Yeah, oof. They want to take control of things now. They want to make this fantasy a reality with you, Aquarius. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So, okay, 2 8s here. Your birthday could be February 8th, February 18th, or January 28th. I do feel overall, though, with this Eight of Wands, like when they met you, it was like they were hooked. They already knew that they wanted to see you again. They already knew that there was excitement ahead. You could live an exciting life, or again, if it's not like your career, it's more so that you do like to kind of do things on the weekend. You like to kind of make sure there's always plans, that you're on the go. Maybe there's just some sort of excitement with being with you, Aquarius, that they've gotten hooked on, that they just love to be around with you. I feel with the Eight of Wands, you could have met online through social media or a dating app. You could have met while traveling. You could have met while someone was on vacation, or just generally as someone was going out, right? But this Eight of Wands, man, you gave them a taste and now they're just always hungry for more. And they are definitely the type that hits you up, wants to see what you're up to, what you're doing on the weekends. I definitely think that from the start, they were all in as far as like making sure that they hung out with you as much, seeing you as much, that there was plans with you on the weekend that they would reserve for you. You were priority number one as far as that goes, Aquarius. So how they feel about you is the Ten of Cups. Man, Pisces energy. They feel like you mark off anything that they could want. And it's like different from Ten of Pentacles, because Ten of Pentacles would mean like marriage, long-term success, financial success, stability, which definitely they could have with you. But Ten of Cups is even deeper than that. Ten of Cups is like, I feel like I found my soulmate. I feel like I found the person that I could be happy with, spend my life with, not have a worry with. And it doesn't mean that you guys are ever going to have complications, right? But it's like we could get through it because we understand each other, we feel each other, we are down for each other. Like this is Ten of Cups is like ride or die energy. Like I will have what I want in my life and I'll be good if Aquarius is a part of it. It may feel a little overwhelming, especially if you guys just met recently within like the last half of 2024, but they're already like very quick to develop feelings. I just saw a pool. I wonder if you guys like, there's a community pool that someone lives by, or someone has a pool, or you guys met at like a summer party, pool party type of thing, even for a few of you. But what they think about you is the Eight of Cups. So Pisces energy again. And what I feel here is that they may feel like, you know, lately you've been a little bit more distant. Maybe it's because you kind of have seen how hard they've kind of fallen, that there's a lot of emotions coming here. And maybe you just don't want to get too carried away in that, or want them to get too carried away in that. So maybe you have been a little bit more putting emotional boundaries in just to make sure it's not, you know, codependent. Maybe you guys have dealt with codependence before and you know like the beginning signs of it, and just to make sure it's not going to be like that again, you have kind of kept this space between the two of you. If that's not so much the case, then I do feel with the Eight of Cups, they find it, you are definitely one that goes on your own path. You're definitely one that goes with the feelings of where you want to go, what you want to do, and they may find it hard to kind of like really fully tie you down, Aquarius. Maybe you feel like there's more that needs to be done before you can get, you know, into something serious. And until then, like maybe you have kind of been a little bit more emotionally distant and not buying into let's just say their wants and dreams just yet, because there's something more you feel like either you need to see or that you need to be comfortable with. But they definitely noticed lately more so. Maybe it's because of the holidays. Maybe it's because of, you know, some getting back to work or whatever, that there's been a little bit of distance. And I think that's made them a little bit worried here at the very least. Someone could have a wrist tattoo or a birthmark or a scar on their wrist, I'm seeing. What they like the most about you, Aquarius, is the Five of Cups. So this is interesting because usually you don't see this card in like a positive aspect, but to me it kind of feels like you let bygones be bygones. You don't like to sit in the negative for too long. You're able to kind of get over things a bit quickly. You are someone that just doesn't like to bring the mood down. You kind of like to keep your environment pretty positive. But yeah, I think you understand because, you know, Aquarians are so objective that you see people as human beings and you don't hold anyone to some impossible standard because you understand the complexity of human beings. So it's kind of like you understand when people screw up, mess up. And I'm not talking about major screw up or mess ups. Let me just say, like, I'm not saying like forgiving, you know, betrayal or sabotage or pain that would be so, you know, hurtful that it would be crazy if you were to, you know, just get over that. But it seems like small things, like if someone has to reschedule or if someone has to, you know, I don't know, let's just use reschedule as an example. Like you're not the type that makes a big deal out of it as some people would. I think you're like, okay, well, then I'll just see you next time. Like I'll find something to do. You know, you don't sink into that, you know, you don't make them feel guilty for things that they have to kind of pursue first or that they have to kind of reschedule first in that case. It's just an example, but I think you guys kind of get the drift, right? You don't like to stay in negativity for too long period. And if something really does look like a sinking ship, you're not going down with them, right, Aquarius? So I think that that's where you can kind of just, what they like the most about you is that you are forgiving or you are someone that understands complexity. You're not a negative person. And maybe that's something that they've needed to have in their life, especially if their ex was very moody, very, you know, a downer all the time. Like it's a nice change that you're not that way. Just to throw this out here as confirmation, someone could be having like graying hair or like premature gray hair. I'm seeing that for someone here very specifically. What they don't like about you is the Six of Swords. Aquarius energy. Sorry, I have to censor these for YouTube community guidelines. So with the Six of Swords and what they don't like about you, for some of you guys, yeah, it does seem like sometimes you go MIA, that maybe like there is like some sort of time where like you're very focused on, you know, some sort of like hanging out with a certain group or like getting some job done, work done, project done that maybe you kind of put your phone on silent or you see their message and you're like, okay, I'll just get back to them in a few hours. And the delay in response is really what bothers them sometimes because they kind of see it as you could just text me to let me know you're busy, but sometimes maybe you forget. And then, you know, it ends up being a few hours later. So maybe sometimes communication's a little bit off between the two of you that they feel. If there is distance between the two of you, yeah, it really does bother them because they wish they could always be around you, Aquarius, always have access to you, always see you and talk to you. But with the Six of Swords too, if it's not so much a distance issue or communication per se, then sometimes like they may view you to, especially with the euphoria energy, if this is not your message, hold on. But you know, you could be a little bit distracted. You could seem a little bit detached or a little bit aloof. And they want to know what's really going on in your mind. If there's something you are, you know, kind of like not being as real with because of your sometimes detachment or distance. And they kind of feel like sometimes like it really is nothing on your end, but they don't understand how it could just be nothing because to them, they overthink everything. They overanalyze anything. And maybe they just think that, you know, you could be somewhere else mentally, and would that be an issue if, you know, they're boring you or if, you know, I don't know. They kind of just wonder what's on your mind sometimes, and they don't know where you see this going or headed towards because maybe you guys haven't had that conversation yet or you didn't feel the need to have that conversation just yet. What they like the most about this connection is the Emperor, Aries energy. So someone could be much older in this connection. I'll just say that there. But if that's not the case, then yeah, they definitely think that this is the type of connection that they could take seriously, that they would want to kind of mark as I wouldn't say their territory, but you know, kind of like a way where they're making a stance, they're making their mark, they're making their footprint that I want Aquarius. Like Aquarius will be mine. Aquarius and I will have, you know, stability. We will have a future. They are dead set in that. And they take this very seriously. And they may want to like start grounding things in this. And maybe they view you as very mature, Aquarius, like you have your stuff together, even though you're a very free spirit. That doesn't mean you neglect your responsibilities. You work very, very hard, or maybe some of you guys like do have kids or a family that you want to take care of, watch over, and you are the provider in that sense. And they find that to be very attractive. Or someone's very strongly in their masculine energy and they are upfront. They are, you know, cut to the chase, responsible, accountable, mature. Especially if someone owns their own business, they find it very, very sexy. And I think that's something that really does impress them. Now, I gotta say, with the Emperor here, there could be someone that has had a father wound. And through getting to know you and meeting you, maybe they're finding a healthier masculine energy. And let me just put this out there. Masculine and feminine does not have to connotate towards gender or sex. We all have masculine and feminine energies. However, a lot of us tend to be more dominant in one side. And I do feel if you are dominantly masculine, Aquarius, then they do view you as a very high vibrational masculine energy. Like when you say you'll do something, you'll do it. You are someone that, you know, with your business or with your life or with your home, you like to kind of be the person responsible for its well-being. And that's very positive for them because maybe they didn't see that growing up. Maybe they had an absent father, or maybe they had a father that was immature, or, you know, just the father wound I'm feeling here. So whether it's father exactly, or just like a lacking of a masculine, maybe a, you know, a masculine energy that didn't stand up for itself a lot, walked all over, you know, didn't do enough to make sure the family unit was safe, that type of stuff. I think you're an example of what was lacking in that. That's for some of you. And if you are dominantly feminine, then maybe you're putting this masculine energy out there for them to surface, to want to act on. Like you're the first that they would kind of think, this is who I want to settle down with. Or in a long time, this is the first person I'm very serious about. And I will maintain whatever I can to make sure that I get my Aquarius at the end of the day. Also, someone's very good in bed. I feel. I usually don't feel that with Emperor energy, but especially if they like to take charge, be dominant, it really turns someone on here. What they don't like about the connection is the Lovers in reverse. Gemini energy, also Taurus energy for me as a reader. Now, there are 2 6s. Your birthday could be February 6th, February 16th, or January 26th. Okay, there's different messages for different groups of you. Group 1, they're afraid that this euphoric energy of like already finding the love of their life, the person they're going to be with forever, is really not based in reality. And maybe there's someone around them kind of being like, watch out, like don't get too high up in this, like trying to ground them. And it kind of ruins their little love bubble they have around you, Aquarius. And maybe that thought of that kind of does scare them if it was to be true. Group 2, I wonder if there is an ex somewhat involved, whether someone has kids with an ex or someone is getting a divorce from an ex, but there could still be those ties in some way. And maybe it's like makes someone a bit jealous or a bit worried about an ex here. Throwing that out there as well. Now, others of you, again, it could just mean like they're afraid you're not as into them as they are into you. And that like where they're viewing you as a potential soulmate, you may be just viewing them as a good time. Whether that's true or not, it's definitely a fear here because they're deep Aquarius. I can definitely confirm that. Highest hopes is the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy. So I do see someone that is just wanting to sweep you away, to impress you, to do anything and everything they can to make sure this stays very exciting between the two of you, passionate between the two of you, that they take you on dates, take you on trips, take you to like concerts or museums or venues that keeps the excitement going. they definitely see this heading in a good way. And they just want to make sure that their, you know, fantasies, their ideas, their dreams can be something that can actually set foot and take forward into action. I definitely feel like they are really wanting to see you again. They're definitely really wanting to spend more time with you in that sense as 2025 rolls out. And if there is distance, they definitely want to make plans on taking more trips, on coming to see you, driving to see you if they have to, flying, whatever it takes. They definitely want to make sure that this keeps on going in the hot way that they find this to be, Aquarius. But the deepest fears is the High Priestess. Pisces energy, Cancer energy. Now I'm kind of drawn to the I've cried swimming pools over you type of energy. I think this person, there's a lot that they have not revealed of how deep this is. Maybe they're kind of afraid of expressing that because it would freak you out or it would push you away. But it's harder for them to hold this in. And so when you don't express that emotionally, they may act out in other ways where you feel like there's something up and they're not telling me something, but what are they not telling me? Like, but they're afraid to do so at the same time. So they may try to, like, you know, distract or, you know, try to put another reason as to why they may be, you know, reacting to the fact you haven't texted in a few hours in such an extreme way. But I think too with the High Priestess, they may be afraid you're holding secrets. They may be afraid that you're not, you know, fully showing your full deck of cards as far as where you see this going or what you want to have from this. They do, again, find it very hard to read you. They find it very hard to kind of sense where you're at sometimes. And they're afraid if there's like an intuitive feeling that, you know, maybe that this was all kind of something they hyped up that wasn't really based in reality. And that gut feeling of fear may be kind of haunting them. And they're afraid if that gut feeling is kind of confirming any sort of truths here. Wow. All right, Aquarius. To see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month, you need to be aware of, know about what are they going to do, not do. Is there anything else I can tell you about this person and situation? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you likely outcome, pull some more tarot oracle cards to just dive deeper into this. So if you guys still have questions, I promise you'll get those answers in the extended reading. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video and you will find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, I really hope that this has confirmed a lot for you, Aquarius, has given you some confirmation, understanding of what's going on here. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aquarius, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aquarius.